Garnett. How you doing? Today I'm going to show you guys how to make some Pico De Gallo. All you need is a bowl to put it in, a cutting board, some knives. You need some lime, some jalapenos, tomatoes, onions, and some cilantro, and then seasonings of whatever kind you want. Alright, step 1. Put your hair up. If you have long hair, do not let it down because that's just plain out nasty. Second of all, wash all of your food, everything, and wash your hands. Do not forget to wash your hands, okay? We don't need no coronavirus over here. None of that. So I'm gonna go wash my food and we're about to get it right now.
Ow!
Shaky, shaky, shaky. Whenever I cut the tomato, I always cut it in half. And then do not keep the seeds in there. You do not want it to be all soggy. What I do whenever I'm at the store is I always pick out the tomatoes that are, they're not like soggy, they're not too hard. As you can see, you take out all the guts. Just cut it in half. After you cut it in half, then you just cut the little slivers, if I can even cut it.
This is Andrea for you guys. She'll be here all week.
After you get this, you just cut it in little pieces. And then if you get like a big piece like that, just cut it in half because you don't want the tomatoes to be too big. So somewhat like that. This is what it looks like. Ta-da! You grab your jalapenos. You can tell if jalapenos are really hot if they have little lines in them. So first of all, you cut this off. Cut it down the middle. The seeds, clearly I'm sure everybody knows that the seeds are the hottest part. Take out all of the seeds. You really want this to be like smaller than the tomatoes. So next what you do is you just cut these tiny little pieces. Okay, so this is how it looks. Now you pour it in there like so. But we cut, I think, about 7 tomatoes. Because tomatoes are most of what your Pico De Gallo is made of, so do not ever put like more jalapenos or more cilantro. So next we got an onion.
Onion.
So you cut this off because you do not want that part, and then all this extra stuff that you don't use, put it in our bowl of trash. Beware, okay, I forgot to tell you guys, this is the part where your eyes just die. Wash your onion after this, okay? Once you rinse it off, you cut it in half. This is 2 layers, I think that'll be fine. And then you want to get a sandwich bag because we're not using this whole onion. So you just start cutting them in little pieces. And with the onions, you want to just do them really fast because I'm telling you, your eyes are going to be watering. While you're cutting onions, you might as well just play sad music because you're clearly going to be crying. It will fit the mood.
Voila!
Here's the onions. My eyes are watering and burning like no tomorrow. Okay, next is the cilantro. In my opinion, this is the hardest thing to cut. I always have my mom help me because I can't do it. You just take a pretty good size. Come on over, sweetie. But with the cilantro, you never want to like put in the whole stem. You always want to just break off the leaves. This is what it looks like, you know, get the green up in there.
Green light.
Hey, green light, hey, this will let the body on me, right?
My mom tells me, so whenever you're cutting the cilantro, you want to like hold it really tight. You see how I'm like grabbing it like a chokehold? You want to cut it in very small pieces, and usually what you do with cilantro, you always want to go over it because clearly you see how I can't cut it in like the tiniest pieces. From this to this, here it is. I mean, this is pretty much how it's supposed to look. You see there is some like bigger pieces, which if you want to like go over it again and again, then you can. Cilantro. All right, put that in. Last but not least, lemons. Okay, so he rolled away. So you mostly want to get like a soft lime, cut it down the middle. Yes, my mouth is watering. Just squeeze it in there. And if you have like a lime squeezer, you're probably thinking it could be a lot easier than this. Ow, it's burning my cut. So yeah, make sure you don't have cuts on your hand, because if you do, your finger will slowly start to fall off. Probably gonna need another one because we did make a little bit more. Just, you know, squeeze some more. Oh!
Few moments later.
When the lime is too hard, that's what happens. Yeah, this is how it looks so far. And then you just start mixing it. That's whenever you taste it, you see exactly how much. I'm gonna go get the seasoning and then I'll be right back. Please. The salt, that's definitely in here. There's salt in here, guys. I know you hear it. Put some onion powder in. Oh, it's not even open. Put it all over. Doesn't really matter how much, as long as you don't pour in the whole bottle. I think you'll be fine. And then you do some garlic salt, but mostly you don't really need seasonings. This is kind of optional because the lime is what gives it the most flavor, and you really want it to sit. So now you try it. It needs a little more garlic salt and it needs more lime. So in total, I put in 3 limes. It's on the border or off the border, it doesn't really matter which chips you get. Let's try it with the chippy. The flavor is good, the onions aren't too much. So I've been making this dish for a long time, since I was like really little. My mom always made this. It was my favorite. So this kind of has to deal with like kind of creativity, because we put it in a lot of different stuff for dinner, for anything. I'll eat it just like this every day of my life. It also has to do with identity, because we could cook it at birthday parties, holidays, random times just like this, anytime. So this dish right here has a big impact on my life. I ate it a lot. I still love it. I'll never stop loving it. So that's about it. This is the end of, you know, the Pico De Gallo. It was a fun time. It took us way too long because I kept on laughing. Peace. Bow.